Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Evening Podcast for September 2025. Firstly, we reported on the escalating tensions between Russia and Ukraine, with a spotlight on the cultural front. The relaunch of the Intervision Song Contest in Moscow has sparked controversy, with critics accusing Russia of using the event as a tool for propaganda and cultural diplomacy. Secondly, we brought you updates on the conflict in Eastern Europe, where the music world is abuzz with the return of the Intervision Song Contest. The competition features artists from around the world, but its true intentions have raised questions about cultural exchange versus Russian propaganda. Lastly, and closer to home, we shed light on Germany's infrastructure woes. The government's massive infrastructure fund lacks a clear roadmap, sparking concerns among experts and citizens alike. With an estimated €600 billion needed to upgrade the country's infrastructure, there are fears that funds might be misallocated without clear guidelines and objectives. These stories highlight the complexities of global politics, cultural exchange, and economic development. As we continue to follow these stories, we'll provide updates and insights from experts and stakeholders. For now, it's essential for governments and institutions to prioritize transparency, accountability, and effective planning to ensure a brighter future for all. That's all for tonight's podcast. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again soon. And as I always say, good night and stay informed. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then she'll know what's right now. Firstly, we looked at the escalating situation with Iran's nuclear program. The UN Security Council vote on the snapback of sanctions has failed, which could lead to the reimposition of all UN sanctions placed on Iran before 2015. This development has significant implications for regional stability and global security. Secondly, we discussed the ongoing diplomatic tensions between European powers and Iran, with the UK indicating its commitment to a diplomatic solution and openness to further engagements to resolve differences. Lastly, we examined the recent U.S. military strikes against alleged drug traffickers in the Caribbean, which have raised concerns about international relations, military actions, and the rule of law. Venezuela has accused the U.S. of waging an undeclared war, and the legality of these killings is under debate. We'll continue to monitor these situations closely and provide updates as more information becomes available. Thank you for joining us on this evening's edition of the AI Daily Press. We'll be back with more news and analysis after this break. Now, for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, the Federal Reserve has taken a significant step with its recent decision, which may impact the economy and your wallet. We also took a closer look at the state of personal finance in America, where it appears that achieving financial stability might be within reach for many, even if it's just by checking off one or more simple boxes, saving a small amount each month, not worrying about money daily, or having some retirement savings. Lastly, we shone the spotlight on Bullish, a leading digital asset trading platform, which has received the prestigious BitLicense from the New York State Department of Financial Services. This milestone paves the way for Bullish to expand its operations into the U.S. market, and Wall Street analysts are already cheering the news with lifted price targets. Remember, in the world of finance, knowledge is power. Stay informed, stay balanced, and we'll see you again soon on AI Daily Press. Thank you for joining us this evening. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Tonight, we're going to take a look back at some of the fascinating stories that have been making headlines in the world of space exploration and astronomy. Firstly, we explored the remarkable story of Interloon, a company that has signed a significant deal with Blue Force to supply helium-3, a rare isotope of helium mined from the moon. This development marks a major milestone in the pursuit of space resource extraction and could have far-reaching implications for various industries. We also delved into the world of astronomy, marking the beginning of astronomical autumn with the fall equinox on September 23rd. A deep partial solar eclipse occurred on September 22nd, visible from parts of New Zealand, Antarctica, and some South Pacific islands, offering a unique opportunity for stargazers to connect with the cosmos. And in another fascinating story, we looked at the pioneering work being done by companies like Interloon, which is advancing space resource extraction and paving the way for a new era of space exploration and development. We also explored the potential benefits and challenges of lunar mining, including the growing demand for helium-3 and the uncertainties surrounding its availability on the Moon. Lastly, we touched upon the awe-inspiring beauty of celestial events, like the partial solar eclipse, which serves as a poignant reminder of our place within the universe, and the intricate dance between our planet, the Sun, and the Moon. That's all for tonight's special edition of the AIDailyPress Evening Podcast. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the fascinating world of space exploration and astronomy. Until next time, keep looking up at those stars. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. First, we're looking at the remarkable career of Clayton Kershaw, the legendary pitcher who's announced his retirement from professional baseball. With a legacy that extends far beyond his impressive statistics, Kershaw has inspired countless young players with his commitment to excellence, sportsmanship, and community service. In college football, our experts are predicting some major upsets in Week 4 of the season. The numbers W. 1. Miami Hurricanes face a tough challenge from underdog Florida, while Tulane is looking to pull off a surprise win against Mississippi. Nebraska is also hoping to continue its resurgence with an upset victory over Michigan at home. And finally, we're shining a spotlight on the emerging talent in college sports, including Jake Retzlaff, the stellar quarterback leading Tulane's charge. With these bold predictions and exciting matchups, it's shaping up to be an unforgettable week in college football. That's all for tonight's summary. Tune in tomorrow for more in-depth analysis and expert insights from the world of sports. Thank you for joining me on the AIDailyPress Evening Podcast. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. First, we explored the world of astronomy and the importance of preserving our night skies. We discussed the impact of light pollution on our environment and the efforts of astronomers to protect our dark skies. Next, we traveled to small-town Indiana, where we discovered a culinary gem, 9th Street Bistro. This local restaurant is a shining example of community spirit, serving up fresh, locally sourced dishes that bring people together. Finally, we examined a growing trend in education and the workforce, young people turning to trade schools and blue-collar jobs as an alternative to traditional college. We heard from individuals who have made this switch and are thriving in their careers, and explored the benefits of these programs for our economy and society. These stories remind us of the importance of preserving our local traditions, celebrating individual creativity, and exploring alternative paths to success. Join us next time on the AIDailyPress Evening Podcast as we continue to share inspiring stories from across America. Good night. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm your host, Joan, and we've got a fabulous lineup for you tonight. First up, we're shining the spotlight on the incredible legacy of the Blitz Club, that iconic 1980s hotspot where music, art, and fashion collided in a swirl of creativity and self-expression. Our feature story takes you inside the Design Museum's exhibition, which celebrates the Blitz's enduring influence on popular culture. Next, we're diving into the world of music with Miley Cyrus's deluxe album release, Something Beautiful. This talented pop star has added 2 new tracks to the original album, including a show-stopping collaboration with Fleetwood Mac's Lindsey Buckingham and Mick Fleetwood. Trust me, folks, this one's a real treat. And finally, we're giving you a sneak peek into the fascinating life of Reese Witherspoon, from her early days as a child star to her current status as a Hollywood powerhouse. Our profile explores her remarkable journey, including her thoughts on feminism, motherhood, and the importance of taking risks in life. So sit back, relax, and get ready for a wild ride with us here at the AIDailyPress Evening Podcast. We've got all the latest news, trends, and insights to keep you entertained, informed, and inspired. Stay fabulous, everyone. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we explored the remarkable world of pond restoration, where a team of dedicated individuals is bringing back to life hidden ponds using old maps, LiDAR technology, and satellite imagery. This project not only boosts biodiversity, but also offers a cost-effective solution for conservation efforts. Next, we delved into the fascinating realm of unusual scientific research, featuring studies on the effects of garlic consumption on breast milk, fingernail growth rates over time, and the surprising impact of alcohol on foreign language skills. These unconventional studies may raise eyebrows, but they contribute significantly to our understanding of human behavior, physiology, and cognition. Lastly, we touched on the plight of endangered species and the importance of conservation efforts, as seen in our story about the restoration of ponds and the return of unique plant and animal species. These stories remind us that science is full of surprises, and that even the most unexpected discoveries can lead to a deeper appreciation for the natural world and our place within it. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the fascinating world of science and research. Until next time, good night. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David at for AIDailyPress, the world's most unbiased news source.